Hi there everyone and welcome. In this project video, we are going to create a registration and login form using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Before directly jump right into the video, let me show you the features of this website that we are going to design right now in this video. As you can see here we have the logo on the left side, and here we have navigation menus in the right side having a beautiful hover effect as well. And also here we have the login button right here. When I click this login button, the login form will pop up. Here we have, right? We have email field, we have password entry field right here, and here we have remember me, forgot password, login button. When I click this login button, it invites you to enter the password in the email field and the password field respectively. So when I click this register button right here, the register form will pop up right here. So we have username, email and password fields. Here we have the registration form and here we have the login form. The best part is when I click this login button, the login form will pop up, and then when I click this toggle menu, the login form will disappear. Now, before directly jump right into the design part, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and press the notification bell icon. With that being said, now let's jump right into the design part. Alright, as you can see here we have the project folder, login form. We have index.html, CSS folder and also JavaScript folder. Inside this CSS we have style.css document and we have img folders. After that, now let me open this folder inside VS Code. Open folder right here and select the folder. After that, here we have, right? Okay, now here is the basic. So now first we are going to find Font Awesome CDN link. So head over cdnjs.com and type Font Awesome right here. After that, here we have. So copy this Font Awesome CDN and paste right here. Alright, this is not necessary, so delete it. Alright, after that we have just linked this HTML with CSS document and also this HTML with index.js document. So after that, again we are going to find different fonts. Now we are going to find fonts right here. So head over fonts.google.com and find any font that you are interested in. So from here I am interested in to use Poppin, and then Poppin and select. After that, click this import right here, check this import right here, and then copy this link and come over here, style.css and paste right here. After that, here we have the universal selector, margin 0, padding 0, box sizing, border box, text decoration, none, outline none, border also none. And here we have the color that we are going to use to design this website. And also here we have HTML element selector, font size 60 pixel, line height 30 pixel, overflow in the acceleration hidden. Now we are going to start the design part. So first we are going to create a header element right here. Inside this header element we are going to nest a div element having a class name navbar. Inside this navbar we are going to nest another div element having a class name logo. Inside this we are going to nest an h1 element right here for the logo. And again, outside of this div element having a class name logo, we are going to create an order list having a list of items for navigation menu, right? So here we have anchor tag, and then here we have home, blog, service, courses, and also contact menu. After that, we are going to create a button element having a class name template button. So when I save and refresh, here we have, right? Now, using this class selector navbar, let me add some property value pair. For this, position fixed, top 0, left 0. Justify content, space between, align items, center, background. We use this color right here. Padding 8 pixels from top and bottom and 7% from left and right. Width 100%. Save and refresh the web page. Here we have. Oh yeah, we made a mistake. Oh, here we have, right? And box shadow 0, 0, 40 pixel and 0. After that we have a color, main color. Here we have a box shadow. Now let me style this logo right here. So to do this we use this h1 element selector. Color var, we are going to use this main color. After that, when I save and refresh right here, here we have, right? Oh yeah, from here we made a mistake right here. So cut out this. This should be outside this div element having class name logo, right? So here we have, right? Now when I save and refresh, here is it. Now we are going to style this logo right here. So copy this and paste right here, and now change this h1 by span element selector. So now let me change the color right here into text color. After that, when I save and refresh, here we have the logo section. After that, we are going to design these navigation menus. We are going to style these navigation menus. To do this, we use menu items class selector and li element selector. So for this, display inline block padding 0.4 rem, which is 0.4 times 60 pixel, which is the global font size, and 1 rem from left and right, and also text transform uppercase, text align center. So when I save and refresh, here we have, right? Now let me target the anchor tag, the element is found inside this anchor tag right here. So we use this anchor tag, and now let me add some property value pair. For color, we are going to use this text color, which is white. Here we have, right? Font size 1.2 rem, which is 1.2 times the global font size. 60 pixel, and font weight, let me say 700. So when I save and refresh, here we have, right? Oh yeah, now let me add some hover effect over this navigation menu. So first, we have a color right here where we use touch third color right here, and we are going to add border bottom 2 pixel solid having color bar, which is right here, third color right here. After that, when I save and refresh, here we have, right? Oh yeah, now this should be hover over effect. This should be the style for the hover over effect. And transition 0.5 second cursor pointer. Here we have a nice hover over effect over this navigation menus. You see? Now let me style this button using this class selector template btn. Here we have some property value pair. Display line block, padding, point, a trim and 2.5 trim color we have, and background color right here, and border thin solid, and here we have a color, main color, border radius. Again, here we have border radius. So when I save and refresh, here is it. Now let me add a hover over effect over this navigation, over this login button. So template btn, and then using a pseudo class selector hover, let me add some property value pair. Here we have background color, here we have a text color, and here we have box shadow. So when I save and refresh, here we have, right? But let me add some transition. Transition, while hovering the mouse, the transition should be, let me say, 0.5 second is. After that, save and refresh. Here we have a nice login button having a beautiful transition. Oh yeah, now we have just completed this navigation bar. After that, we are going to create the login. We are going to create the login in the registration form right here. So to do this, first we are going to create a div element having a class name, let me say home content. Inside this div element, we are going to nest another div element having a class name, let me say form container. We have an h3 element right here for login, and then after that we are going to create a form element right here. Inside this form element, we are going to nest another div element having a class name, let me say input box. Inside this, we have, let me say, span element, we have input field, and also we have a label field, a label element right here. So copy this and paste right here for this for email field, and here is for password field. For email, the type should be email, and for password, the type should be password. Now head over fontawesome.com and find any icon that you interested in. For me, I am just interested in to find email icon right here. So head over and then copy this code snippet right here and come over here and paste right here. And then for password, let me find lock, type lock right here, and here we have for the password icons, and then copy the code snippet and then paste right here. After that, now we are going to create a div element having class name, let me say sign in underscore box. Inside this we have a label element. Again, inside this label element, we are going to nest an input field right here. So the type for this input field, checkbox. And then inside this we have an anchor element right here. Forgot password. We have a link right here, forgot password, right? And then again we are going to create a button element right here. Button type for this button submit button, and class for this button login and login button. Here we have a login button right here. After that we are going to create a div element, have a class name register container. Inside this we have a paragraph and we have a link right here. Here we have a link. After that, when I save and refresh, here we have, right? Oh yeah, now let me style this using this class selector home content. So the position relative with 450 pixel and height, let me say 500 pixel, border radius 25 pixel, background transparent, display flex, align items, center, justify content, center, box shadow. Here we have box shadow 0 0 40 pixel, 0 pixel, and color having such color right here. So when I save and refresh, here we have the login form right here. So now using this class selector form container, let me add some property value pair with 100% padding right here, and here we have, right? Oh yeah, now let me make this. After that, using this, now let me add a background image right here. So here we have the image that we are going to use this as a background right here. And then the position for this image, center, and background size, cover, display flex, align items, center, justify content, also center. So when I save and refresh, here we have, right? And min height 100, viewport height. Save again. Here we have a nice login button having a background image right here. So now over here we are going to add another special property, backdrop filter, blur 25 pixel. That's it, right? It's awesome login button. It's awesome login form. It's awesome login form, right? So now let me style again this login. So using this class selector form container and H3 element selector right here. For this, font size 2.5 rem, text align, center. After that, save and refresh the web page. Here we have, right? And then again, using this class selector input box right here, let me add some property value pair. Position relative with 100%, height, let me say 50 pixel, margin 25 pixel from top and bottom and 0 pixel from left and right. Border radius, border bottom, 2 pixel, solid, having a background color right here. So here we have, right? Oh yeah. Now using this input element selector, let me add some property value pair. So here we have, first we are going to style this label field right here. Here we have label. You see, now we are going to style this label. So position absolute. If the position for this child element absolute, the position for the parent element should be relative. Top. So when I save and refresh, here we have, right? So again, now let me style this input field right here. We have input right here. So background transparent with 100%, height 100%, border, font weight 500, font size 1 rem, and margin left 8 pixel. Save and refresh. Here we have, right? So outline none, border none. Here is it again. So now using this I element selector right here, here we have position absolute and right 10 pixels. So here we have, right? Oh yeah, that's pretty nice. So now using this pseudo class selector focus label and valid, here we have top -4 pixel and pointer from pointer event none. After that, save and refresh. Here is it. But now let me add a transition effect right here. Transition 0.5 second is. So here we have a nice transition. Here we have email and password field having a nice transition, right? So now let me style this. Sign in box, sign in right here, display flex, justify content, space between. So here is it. Remember password field right here and forgot password right here. Now margin right to pixel. So here we have the space between this checkbox and this remember me. So now let me style this anchor element, a link which is found inside this. Inside this sign in box right here. Now let me add hover effect for the text decoration underline. So when I click it, here is it, right? After that, now let me style this login button. So using this class selector, login button right here with 100% padding, 10 pixel and 20 pixel, and font size 1.2 rem, border radius 20 pixel, and transition 0.5 second, cursor pointer. So when I save and refresh, here we have a login button. Now let me add a hover over effect right here. Here we have for this hover over effect background and color. Also here is it. Now let me style this register container. So using this register container class selector, we have some property value pair. After that, when I save and refresh, here we have a register link. So now let me add hover over effect over this register link. Before that, now let me style this register link. So for this text align center, font size right here, cursor pointer and transition 0.5 second. Here we have, right? After that, now let me add a hover effect over this register button. So text decoration, now for the text decoration we have a value underline. Here we have, so now we have just created the login form right here. Now let's jump right into to create the registration form. So first we are going to give an ID value right here, ID login, and then now to create a registration form, copy this and paste right here, and now change this ID value, let me say register, and now change this register login by register right here. After that, copy this and paste right here. For what? To create a username field. For the username, which is type, having a type text right here. So now username, and again come over here and delete it. It's not necessary. Now delete it. It is, let's say, I agree terms and conditions. Oh yeah, now again, already have an account. If you have an account, now if you have an account, it forces you to log in, right? After that, here is the register button, not the login button, right? Now we have an ID right here, register, so copy this ID value and paste right here. Again, we have an ID value for login button, and then now copy this login button to this register right here. So when I refresh the web page, here we have the login form and the register form. After that, now let me add another class right here, login form. And then now for this registration form. So for this we have a login form. For the login form we have a class name login form. So using this class selector, now let's give a temporary style, right? So display none to understand it better, right? So here we have only registration form right here. So here we have username field, email field, and password field. So now head over fontawesome.com and find user. So copy this code snippet and come over here and paste right here. So here we have, right, user icons, email icons, and password icons. So here we have I agree terms and conditions. When you click this login, here we have for the link, right? Oh yeah, having this, come over here, and here we have a registration form, and using this registration form, let me add a temporary style. So remove, comment out this display right here, and then for this position absolute, and translate in the x direction by 450 pixels. So here we have the two forms, the login form and the registration form. So now, having this, let's jump right into the JavaScript part to make this login and registration form more interactive. So let me create a variable right here, const form document dot query selector. Now we are going to target this class selector home content, right? After that we have another class. After that, copy this and paste right here. Now let me give a variable name right here. Let me say login. So now for this we are going to target, instead it is login, right? We are going to target this register button. So copy this class selector, and for register let me give a variable name register, and then now we are going to target these login buttons, right? So register begin, then copy this and come over here and paste right here. Oh yeah. Now let me add event listener for this. So register, then dot add event listener. Inside these parentheses we have click event right here, and we are going to use an arrow function right here. So inside this we have form, which is the variable name dot class list dot add. We are going to add an active, right? An active, and then copy this and paste right here. After that, replace this add by remove, and then replace this register by this login variable right here. Login add event listener. So oh yeah, after that come over here to the CSS part, and then using this class selector home content dot active, then height for this 450 pixels. So when I click this, here we have, right? So again, now let me add a transition height 0.5 second is. Here we have a nice transition, right? That's pretty nice. Now over here, overflow hidden. Here we have, right? Oh yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, now we have just made this login and registration form more interactive.